Hey, we're live. Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to a new video series on YouTube. Guess what we're building? Some orange juice. No, we are building the Meng BMPT Terminator tank. This guy here. He's right here. This guy. Yeah. So, this is a new build. I was going to actually start a tank, but it was going to be the Flak Panzer. But then somebody commented, I can't remember, I think it was Chico, asked me to do a Terminator tank. Now, I know he asked for the, what's the brand? Zvezda Terminator? Well, sorry, I'm doing the Meng. I had already purchased the Meng about a month ago, and it's just been sitting here waiting in my little list of things to do. So we're going to do the Meng version of the Terminator. Obviously, already opened the box, and yeah, taking a look at some of the parts. In particular, the tracks. I've spent the last 2 or 3 days assembling these extremely delicate tank tracks, which I'm not very impressed with at all. These are the plastic tracks that came on 7 runners, 7 of these little guys, and spent a lot of time assembling them. Now, one thing to Meng's praise, I guess you could say, is they do give you this little tool. This little tool to help you assemble the treads faster. So what you do is you take 5 or 6 of the, here, I'm running out of words. Sorry guys, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Had a sore throat for the last couple of days. So what you do is you take 6 of these guys and you put them together with their links. Okay, give me a link in here. The center link. Okay, there's the center link there. Okay, so you click that link into there and you assemble 5 of these. Okay. And then what you do is you lay them down in here, and they all fit like pretty perfectly, I think. I have this one assembled with the pads on it, so it's not going to work. They don't fit in it. So you assemble them like that, you lay them down in here, and then you take this piece and you put it down over top, okay? So your center links all go through that little hole, okay? See that hole? Now, can you see the hole? It's dark. I know. There you go. There's, see the hole? Yeah. Okay. You put them in there, and then you take the little rubber end pieces that go on each end of that. And so you take them like this. One of those tiny little guys. These are rubber, okay? And you just leave them on the tree, and you shove them down on the pads here, okay? You leave, sorry, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. You leave them on the tree, and you fit them into this piece, and there's 5 there, okay? So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fit them in there, and then you take your nippers or your knife or whatever, and you go snip, 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 and now they're all in there. And then all you do is you take this piece with this, and you line the 2 pegs up and you go shove, and then you go boink, and then they're all on the tracks. And in theory, that's how it goes, and it really simplifies the assembly. As I said, in theory. I found I would put this onto the tree, and I'd go snip, 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 and I'd go boom to pull them off, and they're all still on the tree. With rubber being rubber, my nippers would cut 99.9% all the way through the rubber, but that 1.1% was still there, and it would hold it there, and it wouldn't put them in there. So I wound up cutting them all off of the trees and putting them all in manually, and then doing it. So it was a much longer process, and well, like I said, it's a much longer process. But I got them assembled, okay? They are assembled. But the problem is, the fit of the little rubber things is very loose. It's not very tight. So they want to fall off all on their own. And I do not like that. I'm hoping that once I lay this down with lay some paint down on this, that they will hold a little better, because I don't want to glue them, at least at the very end. Maybe I'll glue them once I actually have it assembled and on the tank, then maybe I'll glue them. But for now and for today, I want to get a layer of paint put on this, okay? I know I'm not supposed to assemble the tracks first, but it's the one thing. There's so much Japanese in this manual. I've never built a Meng kit before, so this is my first Meng kit. I'm assuming this is all Japanese. We have some English here. Then I guess more Japanese, could be Chinese, I don't know. And then what looks like some Russian. And then finally, so the first thing they want us to do is build the wheels and get them put on the chassis. It gets the lower hull parts. But I want to get these treads done first. Once I get a layer of paint put on these treads, then I'll be happy. And yeah, that's about it. Then I'll be happy. So what I want to do, I think what I'll do is I'll just paint them on the inside of the box. I haven't got my paint set up yet, but let's put these in the box. Of course, the box is just barely big enough for them, so I'll put them in sideways. I'll do that, okay? So that's how I got them. I'll show you here. Where are we here? So there we go. I got them just sitting in the box there, ready for paint. Okay. I've turned on my air compressor. I haven't mixed any paint yet. So what am I going to do? So I'm going to go with Night Shift's recommendations, what he likes to do for his tank treads. First he lays down a coat of dark gray paint, and then he goes in with 3 different tones of rust color. And that's kind of what I'm going to do too. So I got to pick a nice dark gray to use. My first instinct would be like gunmetal. I mean, it is metal, why not make it a metalish color, right? But his results seem to come out fantastic, and so I'm going to just go with what he uses, and I don't want to use that. It's black. I'm going to go with a gray. So I know he likes to use, I think he uses German gray. I don't know if I have German gray or not, but I'm just going to pick a dark gray out of my little bottle here. Here, medium gunship gray. That's a nice dark gray. That'll work. And the nice thing about this is I don't have to mix it because I'm using the Model Air by Vallejo. And so I won't have to mix it if I don't really want to. Just shake it up real good, and won't have to worry about it. Okay, so all kinds of air pressure control here. Just make sure everything's open up wide. There we go. Okay. Okay, we'll start with that amount in there. And I'll switch the camera so you can watch me paint. And we'll see how we go here. Don't want to go too heavy-handed on it. Just do a light coat at first, just to make sure. I don't want to blow the tank treads around either. Okay. Starting to look gray now, just a little bit. Okay, that's not bad. It's not looking too bad. So let's put that there for now. And I'm just going to flip them over. And start on this side. Sorry if my arm is in the way. Add a little more there now. Running out of paint in my thing. Don't need a lot more, but I do need more. Let's turn this around a little bit. That's about it. I think that's going to be good enough for this coat. I think that'll do it for that. Okay, guys. So that's going to be it. So now I'm going to clean my brush out here. Excuse me.
Later.
So, let's take a look at the instructions again and see what we're supposed to be doing. First off, so I was curious what the acronym BMPT stands for. And if you guys know, I would appreciate what BMPT stands for, because I did a quick little Google search, and according to Wikipedia, it's an acronym for 4 Russian words. And of course I don't know what Russian is, so I threw it in my Papago translator, and the 4 Russian words translate to Tank Support Battle Machine, which would be TSBM. But yeah, so there you go. That's what BMPT stands for. Anyway, okay, so let's look at this. Let's get into some of these parts. I'm going to have to take some out of the bags and stuff like that. The tank treads are looking pretty good. I want to let those dry for a little while, because they're feeling just a little tacky even though they are pretty much dry. Okay, so we got our nice little bags here. Oh, just like Tamiya, they go and put the staples on the bags so that you can step on them later. Is that what Tamiya does it for? So if Tamiya wants you to step on them, I don't know, maybe Meng wants the same thing. I don't know. I don't like staples. Especially when they could just, you know, you can buy a heat press machine, and you just put the plastic bag in and you push the arm down half a second and it seals the bag. We have them at my company where I work. We almost never use it, of course, but it's great for sealing bags of any sort. And so, rather than stapling and wasting thousands and thousands of staples on the model kits, you could just buy one of those machines. So this is molded in a dark green. I'm not sure what green it is, but the camouflage pattern I'm going to be using is going to have the green on it. So I might just leave it. I might not paint a green on it. We'll see. I might wind up painting the whole thing in the NATO brown color and as the base for the camouflage. I believe the colors that this thing is supposed to be, well, they got it right here: Russian green, US brown, light brown, whole red, and they're nice enough to show you the Vallejo colors on the chart. So you can literally just go to the store and buy those particular colors, which is what I did. 017, okay, Russian green, well, that's right here. So I guess in theory that's what color this is supposed to be. I like to take the color and put it on the lid because all their lids are black. So I like to put the actual color that's in this jar on the top so I know exactly what it's going to look like when I paint it. And it is a pretty good match to the actual sprue color, except it's just more of a flat color, where this is kind of like, you could say it's like a semi-gloss, right? Typical plastic molding. So I could just lay down a coat of the Russian green on there, or I can leave it. I like to always put flat clear over everything anyway, so it wouldn't matter if it matches the glossiness or not. This appears to be a much more intricate build than any Tamiya tank I've built so far. There's definitely a lot more to this. This is a much more complicated tank than what I was anticipating. That's all right. These are obviously the side skirts for the side of the tank. Protects the running gear, right? That's an interesting little piece of screw. Okay. More parts that I have no idea what they're for. There are a lot of bags for this kit. A little bit more running gear parts. right at the top of the turret, or at least the main turret, I think. Main hatch. There's that guy. Another set of parts, I'm not sure what they're all for. Grills, grids, some sort. And some more looks like hatch parts and pieces. I'm just guessing, but that looks like the back panel of the tank. This could be part of the front, maybe. We're almost there. This one's got some clear pieces. So we've got those pieces there. And we've got some clear. That is, I don't know what that's for. That's interesting. I don't know what that's for. It looks like we might have a piece that's come off in the bag here. I don't know. I don't know if this is actually a piece, but it's just a broken off little piece of sprue. So I'm not sure, so I'm just going to put this back in the box for now. More wheel parts. And it's another hatch cover. We've got clear parts. Clear part. Oh, a bag in a bag. Okay. It's actually not a bag. It's just kind of shrink wrapped plastic on the top of it. It's interesting, keeps it nice and safe in all one piece. I'll put these aside. And here we have rubber parts. Nice and rubbery. Be interesting to see where these go. We have a bag with a hole in it. main hull. There's a lower and upper, and a bunch of polycaps. So we can already tell how this is going to kind of look. So kind of all these. The upper hull has all these pieces sticking out that I'm going to have to trim off because it won't even go on here. They're interfering with the fit. So there's a lot of things like that on here. These pieces that stick out, I'm not sure if those are part of it. Because they do line up on this side, so maybe these four are supposed to be like that. But to line them up under here, it's like, what's the point of them? I'm not sure. But I can't even mesh these together because there's too many things interfering with the fitment in the middle here. So I can't even try it. I can't even test it out. Okay. And last but not least, we have a little bag with some flow etched parts. This kit actually comes with flow etched parts. That's pretty cool. And what I have noticed, there's no decals. This kit doesn't come with decals. That is very weird. One thing I am noticing as I'm touching all these bags, it's like they're dirty. It's like these were sitting somewhere out for a long time and got dust on them. It's like everything is covered in dust. Not these, not the parts themselves, but the bags. I've got dust on my hands now. It's like, and this is another one where a piece is coming off. It looks like just a piece. Now that I'm seeing this stuff on the inside here, like these things, I'll have to come off. This looks similar. So I'm betting that this is just one of these that's come off on its own. Because these are all just, what do they call them? Extractor pins or whatever. It's like they cut it instead of cutting around the whole pin. As you can see the circle here where this would have been the whole thing, and here, there you go. That piece there. You see that on here? So it's that light green color, light color there. That's this where it's busted off. I've taken this one off already, right? So if I just take this and get rid of it, it leaves that same mark, and that's already here. So, yeah, not too impressive, right? Fortunately though, it is on the inside where nobody's ever going to see it. So it's kind of like, well, who cares? It just shows I guess, a lack of quality control. You don't see this crap on a Tamiya kit, I tell you that much. Tamiya is also kind of nice enough to give you rubber tracks that you don't have to spend 3 days assembling. I'll clean these things up a little bit later. Smooth them out a little bit, just in case there are pieces that need to get glued onto there on the underside that this might interfere with the fitment. There we go. So, ejector pins have been removed. Does our bottom fuselage fit now? Fuselage. This isn't an aircraft. I know. Well, there we go. So there's what it fits like. You can already tell the panel is going to go there. You can see the underneath here. Let's see there, here. Big hole. I imagine that's going to get covered with stuff or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. And that's all the pieces out of the box. And we have literally, it looks like there is a decal in there, but it's just on one tiny little card. So those are the, so far that I've found, those are the only decals that I've encountered. And I don't even know if they're decals. But yeah, and this almost is like a guide for cutting out a circle. I don't know. I guess we'll get there when we get there, right? Yeah. So that's it. That's everything out of the box. So let's try and put everything back. Right. So, we want to start off, they want us to start with the wheels. And the wheels are always fun because there's so many of them. So, we need to, want to mark off our trees a little bit easier, better here. Do I have, I think I do have a paint pen somewhere in my arsenal. Yes. This will make it a lot easier to see. Or just like that. Another F. E. Another E. Okay, that's good enough for now. I don't need to go through the whole thing again. I can do that later. But we do need F13 and 14. So these go here, F 13, 14, and a polycap. So this is F 13 and 14. This is going to be a whole new experience for me, having never built a Meng kit before. See what the fitment is like, how it all goes together, and all that good stuff, right? So 13 and 14, we need that twice, I guess, because we've got it here too. Or maybe, yeah. It's also 13 and 14. Clearly didn't want to be in stone because it wanted to live on the floor. can already tell you that I'm going to have to paint the green on this because where these pieces come off the screw, the stress marks on the plastic are going to be visible and showing everywhere. So I already know I'm going to be painting the whole thing. So we want a couple of polycaps. Well, many times you can get away with just twisting them, but not on this. So, polycap goes on the inside, and like this, and then the wheel goes together. They do have a little guide, so line up. It's a shit guide. Fitment already right out of the gate. I'm not impressed. The amount of pressure I had to put on these two halves to get them to line up. It's not impressive at all. Okay, those two done. Now we need R7, 8, and 9. Here we go. R. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Okay. So first of all, we're going to put R9 and 7 together. The way they have the screw attached to the sprocket, if you put it to the side rather than the tip, it makes it pretty difficult to get in there with my nippers. Got it. Okay, so we need 2 more poly caps. here. And this is going to go on. Again, one little guide. So which side did it go on? Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go? Because one side has a little ring on it and the other side does not. They both have guiding pins. Looks like the guiding ring. Well, it just fits that way. And it doesn't fit that way. So that answers that question. The little ring goes on the inside. Takes care of that. One. And two. Now we take the other cogs. Okay, and now these are going to go on the assembly. And again, with a good guide pin right there to guide you. I'm guessing that the center cog would be a brake disc. Let's see, on a car that would be, on a big truck, the center one would be a brake disc. I don't know how that would work on this, but so I'm not seeing a brake caliper anywhere. Because of it. Here we go. Okay. So there's our wheels. The other set of wheels are E4 and E5. And that's all of these. Okay. So I'm going to put one pair together and then I'm going to end that here for today. E4 and E5. So basically these two, these two, these two, these two, like that. These up. Oh, one little bit of detail. This is I've yet to see on a Tamiya kit. They actually have little tread grooves on here. It's going to be hard to tell on the camera, but it's a nice little added detail that I've yet to see on a Tamiya kit. Okay, so poly cap goes in there. And we have guide pin on this one too. Doesn't look like it. Oh yes, these pins line up on each side. Like that. Okay, so that's going to be too tight for me to get my brush in there for the glue. So I'll use this stuff. There we go. And that's that. And so I've got a bunch more of those to make. I'm going to do those off camera and leave it for next time. And with that, we're going to call it a day, guys. We'll get into doing more of this probably tomorrow. But that's going to be it for today. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, head on over to my Twitch channel and subscribe to me there and watch me live. And you can also click on the link down below and go on my Instagram, and you can follow me on Instagram, and you can see still pictures of all the stuff that I built over the last year or so. And because every time I finish a build, I take 5 or 6, 10 pictures of it and I upload on my Instagram for the world to see. And yeah, and while you're at it, you can go down right about there, and just below the picture is a little like button. You can get that too if you like new videos and stuff like that. And over on this side is a little subscribe. You can hit the subscribe button too. That would be really awesome. And yeah, so thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for coming out. This is part 1 of the Terminator build. We'll get going more on it, and let's see you all in the next one.